Hello lovelies, and welcome to today's videos. I'm Alya and I'm so glad that you came along and clicked on this Tichel tutorial. So I had a little look around YouTube and I could not find a single tutorial dedicated to toning down bright colors. So I thought, why not? Let's give it a go, because sometimes you want to wear that pop of color. You've got a nice green top on, for example, and you want to really elevate it in your accessories, in your Tichel. So I've got a lot of malachite today happening. Got my little set on. I've got green in my makeup. Thank you, Ether Beauty, for the Joshua Tree palette that makes this kind of thing very possible. I've got a few purples in there as well because just purple's my thing. And they go really well together, strange as it is. So if you are someone who'd love to wear color, really wants to go for that bright Tichel, but it's just not a bright Tichel kind of day, or it's just not who you are, or where you're going, it's just going to be a little bit too loud, things like that. Sometimes it just doesn't allow for color, or you just don't feel comfortable in color, and that is something that a lot of people do struggle with, a lot of ladies do struggle with. So I thought, how will I kind of share how I still manage to always have a bit of brightness, a bit of color, a bit of cheerfulness in my look without going over the top, which I often do. I'll admit I often go very much over the top, but I do just as equally go for a bit of a tone down and neutral look sometimes too. So this is definitely combining the two. If you want to stick around and see how I came up with this really funky, very feminine, very just pretty look, please do stick around and watch how this all came together. Okay, so we're going to be using these two Tichels today. I've got my non-slip headband. I've been loving this light colored one lately. I'm not sure why. I just keep on reaching for that one over my brunette ones, strangely. So let's see how creative we can get with mixing a really bright color with a neutral. So I've started with a top knot quite high up on my head, like right in the center of the crown there. I just kind of want more of a taller, kind of sleek look today. Not sure where we're going to go with this, but the other thing I've really enjoyed doing is having a stretchy, soft fabric scarf. It is a little bit cooler now in Australia, so pashminas, for example, would be a really great example of that. But this is just a stretchy cotton sort of jersey one. And I've just put it down 2/3 to 1/3, so twice the length on this side to the other. And I'm just going to tie it at the back, so I'm going to make sure this is nicely placed at the front. Make sure that at the back you've incorporated the sort of loose bit underneath so it doesn't stick out, and we're going to give it a tie. So I'm just going to tighten it all the way until all that loose fabric is nicely hidden, and just adjust the position at this point where I want it to sit. I like a little bit of hairline. It's completely up to you where you place your Tichel on your face. Okay, so we're going to take the longer side of it, place it down the front, nice and spread out, and then do the same with the shorter one, getting it ready for what's going to happen next. So I'm just going to try and line up this Tichel. So I'm not going to fold it, I'm not going to anything, I'm just going to gather it so it's kind of in a band like that. But I've got all the ends together here. And I'm going to kind of line it up with the end here. So when I place it on my head, it's kind of going to end up the same length and position and whatnot as my other one. Okay, like so. So placing it down, and then I'm just going to put it on. So for the start, same thing, I'm just going to tie it off at the back. Another way to ensure you're not going to have any loose bits at the back is to gather two ponytails, oops, like so, and then tie. So this is going to go right underneath the beige one. Okay, now I'm just going to adjust it to really utilize that bright green, pushing away some of that beige, otherwise we're going to have beige on beige. So I want that kind of gathered look there. Okay, so this tail has come out really short, which is great, because remember we lined it up with the already tied amount, so we're going to hide this quite quickly, and then we're going to end up with basically two long opposing tails, which are still equal, and then one other short one to hide. So I might just start with the hiding part. So I'm just going to bring this up a little bit towards the bun, and then take this one up towards the bun, and just kind of work on wrapping them together. And what I might do, because they're both a bit short at the moment, I wonder if I can hold it in here. Yeah, I think it'll hold. Basically I'm tying a knot, tying them off like that as a knot. because my hair's quite high up, I'm doing it behind all of that, but all of the rest of the construction would hold into place. So I've got like a little loose tie there holding them together. Okay, let's proceed. So the next layer should definitely incorporate some of this pattern, definitely show a lot of this green because it's just gorgeous, and leave a little bit of the beige out too. So I'm going to take this long beige one, spread it as wide as it'll go over the bun, and just let it hang down. What I might do is just take a little green pin, just something like that. It doesn't have to be green, you can use any pin you like, or you don't have to use a pin at all. I'm just going to place it right into my bun there. I'm just going to help myself hold it in place. It'll probably stay on its own, but you know, safety and all that. This other side, again, it's nice and gathered and it's just so beautiful this way. So I'm just going to try and leave it as natural as I can. But you do need to gain control over your scarves. So I'm going to bring it over the back of the tichel, back of the bun with my scarf there, with my tichel. And then together, this hanging out bit and this hanging out bit are going to get tied off down the bottom. Very cool. Now you could totally stop it there, but I'm going to take this cream one back around and just cross over, twist and cross over, twist and cross over. It stays a lot better this way, and then tie it in the end. Then it stays because it's so twisted it won't want to untwist, whereas if you just loop it, it'll just unloop all on its own. So that's a really cool twisty method. How amazing is this? Now if you are worried about this green pin, we can just cover it up with the fabric, no worries at all. And as I said to you before, it probably wasn't even necessary, but I'll just feel a lot more comfortable knowing that this silky scarf is in place with a pin rather than gravity. Okay, what do you ladies think? Oh, honestly, the best way to wear color, if you're not feeling like you want to go too bright, or you don't want to sort of make it too much of a statement, but you just want that pop of color, is to really tone it down with a neutral. So white is also an option, of course, but it's still a color. Sort of seems, I don't know, almost contradictory a little bit, but it is. When you wear it white, it's still a color. We don't have anything white on our bodies. Not even our teeth or our eyes are a pure white. So finding a neutral tone that still complements your skin, so it won't just blend in. So I probably wouldn't go any lighter than this for myself. So it really complements your complexion, really complements the pop of color scarf, but it just tones things down. So this is, I would describe this color as a caramel, or just a sort of maybe a dark fawn, something like that. It's a very sort of cool color. It doesn't have this bright orange undertone or anything like that. So it works really well with a lot of different colors. Okay ladies, I hope you enjoyed today's Tichel tutorial. I absolutely love making these. I love creating new fun looks that are a little bit more special than something I would do flying out the door. And this means that today I'll be flying out the door looking a little bit awesome. So really excited. I love this scarf. I don't wear it anywhere near enough because green is not my go-to color, even though I love green. What's your go-to color? What's your favorite sort of, you know, on a day you don't feel like doing much, what would you go for? Is it sort of black and white? Is it a grey or a brown? Or do you have a particular color you go for? What's your signature look? So for me, definitely there's the purples. I'm loving purples. I've loved them for as long as I can remember, since primary school. And I always feel like the purples cheer me up and just give me sort of a little bit more of a happy day. But definitely greens do it too, but always go towards the cooler colors for some reason. So what's yours? Comment below. Love to hear what you go for. Maybe I'll try it too. I'll just mention that for the makeup today, because I knew I was going to be wearing these scarves, I've got a beautiful green in the crease there, really gorgeous. I've got a very pretty creamy kind of purpley lid with a purple corner, purple bottom lid, and then of course I've smoked out the green with a beautiful beige, with a warm beige actually, and it still really works with the kind of cooler tones of the Tichel. Love how color can just elevate everything and make everything a little happier, a little brighter, and a little bit more elegant. But you don't have to go, you know, crazy bright either if that's not who you are and that's not your aesthetic. There's definitely ways to wear color that is very toned down and just pretty and feminine and still makes a statement. Okay, beauties, if you like this tutorial, please remember to hit the thumbs up in the bottom there. If you can see your subscribe button, it's because you haven't subscribed yet. Please go ahead and do that. I love seeing who is watching and who's coming along. And there's a ton of you out there that are watching and enjoying, and I'm so grateful for that. But I don't know who you are. I can't see you in my numbers. So go ahead and subscribe. We are a tiny, tiny channel, and I'm grateful to have anything at all. And I just love to see who's around watching. Got lots of things going up on Instagram, lots more about me than just tickles and makeup, so head over there to see all the other things that go on in Alya's Creations world. Wherever you are around the world, I hope you're having an amazing day and you're staying safe. Can't wait to see you on the next one on the weekend. Bye.